Here in beautiful Brazil.
Yes.
None other than Rio.
That's a such nice thing to show, because as I can see, like watching like some videos on YouTube from other YouTubers, like some of them they think in Brazil there is only beaches, but Brazil has like all options that you can have. You know what I mean? Like Brazil has like many rivers, many waterfalls. Like you can just like find like all type of nature here in the country. You know what I mean? Like even like for example in Rio, uh, I can say like some place not like in the city center of Rio, but if you go out from Rio, I mean from the city center, you can find like nice cities. Like for example, 2 3 hours by car. Where it has like a lot of like nice nature. Like for example, waterfalls and rivers and mountains as well. So I don't know. Maybe you guys go to Brazil thinking, Brazil has only beaches and that's it. No, Brazil has like also many nice mountains, many nice areas, like for example that you can find rivers and waterfalls as well. So I think it's worth it for you guys to looking for it and even like visit, because it's just like amazing as well. You know what I mean? And by the way, it's really close to Rio. I mean, it's really close to the city center because I think it's not like a lot of time, like 3 hours car. Like it's just like easy. Just rent a car. You can just like use your GPS or even you go by bus or Uber or like other options that you have. There's like many options for you to go to other cities as well, like close to Rio. Close to the city center of Rio.
So we climbed up some crazy mountains through garbage cans and people on motorbikes, but we made it here at Cafe Imam. But unfortunately, it looks like between the hours of 1 and 2, they have like a lunch break where they don't serve food. But Liv was tired, so she wanted to get a coffee, so we came to get a coffee. But we're really here for the views. It has spectacular views looking out into the different rock formations, the different beaches, and it's just a really cool vibe and aesthetic. So I highly recommend coming here.
Headed over to Yaya's restaurant, and it was really close by, and it was so good.
So it's a black woman-owned restaurant right here in Brazil, and it has a lot of black Brazilian cuisine and flavors. And these are some complex flavors. We started off with drinks, and I got a coconut lemonade, and it was great.
Yes, and my drink was actually pineapple with some chamomile, and it was really good. So for starters, we had the akaraji platter, and it was really good. It had shrimp, it had fritters, and it was so flavorful.
And we decided to share another shrimp dish. Liv only eats shrimp and rice. And it was good because it had so much flavor. So it had rice, and she says it's her favorite rice.
It was like really large grained rice, and it was so good just on its own, but then adding the shrimp was really good. And then it was like a shrimp stew.
Yeah.
And then also there was cassava powder.
Yeah.
Crust, right?
Cassava flour, yeah.
Yeah.
And just, I highly recommend it. A lot of really good food here.
Yes, good flavors, good texture.
Guys, cassava flour with beans, like for example feijoada, or like some soup, like for example mocotó has a really typical dishes here in Brazil calls mocotó. Also is really good. Also can use cassava flour. You can just like mix it and it tastes so good. Like you guys need to try it as well. Because sometimes when I see like videos like that from YouTubers from like US or Europe or like whatever. So you guys always talk about like feijoada and but you guys needs to try like for example mocotó also is really good. Dobradinha is also really good, and also you can use cassava flour together, and it tastes amazing.
Good place
Oh
to
my
go.
God, I'm really hungry.
Good morning. Another beautiful day here in Rio de Janeiro.
I was just like talking about food, and I'm just like getting hungry. I just like, oh my God.
As you can see, it is quite early. The sun has not even risen because we are getting up to see one of the best places for sunrise in all of Rio. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one, guys. Let's go. 4:30.
Espaço a bit.
30 in the morning. The sun has not risen yet, but we are heading up to go see the beautiful view. So
As you can see, the sun is rising and there are so many beautiful views, but there are a lot of people, a lot of photographers here trying to direct people, but I don't care. I'm gonna get the picture I want and I don't care who tells me, because honestly, I don't speak Portuguese, so I don't know what they're saying anyway. But spectacular views here. All right, and we made it to Ipanema right before the sunset. If you can see that over there, it sunsets right over the mountains and it's a beautiful view. Ipanema is definitely another beach right next to LeBlanc, but this beach, honestly, is a lot prettier. It looks prettier. There's a lot more tourists that
Oh my God, I always say that, like, Ipanema Beach, Leblon Beach, it's much better than Copacabana Beach. Honestly, I think Copacabana beaches are just like so many tourists. Nothing wrong with you guys, yes, I know that, but like for example, just the fact it's like a more tourist area, like you gonna find a lot of like sellers, and sometimes you don't really feel, I don't know, relaxed there. It's just all the time like sellers and all this stuff happening there, many other things going on there, so you don't really feel like to enjoy the beach. So like when you go to Ipanema beach, it's just like it's also really nearby Ipanema beach. You can go by walk, so you can find like a completely different vibes from Copacabana beach. So that's why all the time, like when some of my friends like come to Brazil, I always tell them like, listen, just find a spot close to, let's say like Ipanema beach or Leblon. For that's my opinion. For me, it's one of the best beaches in Rio is like Ipanema beach and also Leblon beach. I think that's the one of the best. Of course, has other beaches that I really like Urca beach is also really good. And by the way, but it's like a different option that you guys can find, like before you plan to travel to Rio.
and there's a lot more vendors. So this is
A
definitely,
lot of things catching my eye. I might need to buy.
I gotta get away.
Also, one more nice thing about Ipanema Beach is because you can see the Vidigal Mountain, the Gemini Mountain from Vidigal. So I think also it brings more like vibes to the beach, because you literally have like a really nice mountain, a really nice view, and I think even the light from the beach like change a bit, So that's why I think like Ipanema Beach and Ipanema area and Leblon area is like much better than Copacabana area.
We walked all the way on the boardwalk and we made it here to these rocks where it has an amazing view of the sunset right over
That's
the
what I'm
rocks
saying,
in Rio de
Like for example, because when you when you go to Ipanema side, like for example, it's just like you come like a Porto beach, and after come Ipanema, and then after Leblon. So you can see the whole view, you can see like the Vidigal mountain. So I think it makes everything completely different and vibing.
I absolutely love this. This is definitely the best place that I've seen for a sunset.
So a really good thing about this beach is that you don't even have to go anywhere. All the people come to you with their drinks, with their food. They'll come and serve it right to you.
For dinner here, we ended up at Bracero because I really wanted to get good Brazilian steak. And we walked all the way up Copacabana Beach, and it's another beautiful beach here, and we made it here. So I got the steak with fries, eggs, rice, and it was great. It was a picana steak and lots of flavor here. Liv got a banana fritter. She says it kind of reminded her of an Auntie Anne's pretzel. If you know, you know. But altogether it was about 100 reals, so about $20 for the two of us for dinner, so pretty good price. now we're gonna head back home.
Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day here in Rio de Janeiro. So we got woken up to these beautiful sound of the waves. Bon dia.
Oh, yeah.
And
At least you learn how to say good morning. It's guys, like Brazilian guys are really kind, you know. Like wherever you go in Brazil, they like tourists, you know. Like I think that's the nicest part in Brazil, the nicest thing in Brazil, because sometimes when you travel like to some other country, like for example, I mean, I've been traveling like around the world already, you know, and I can see sometimes like when you are in Europe or some other countries, like they don't really treat you well, you know, like when they realize you are tourists, or you know, like. But in Brazil it's completely different. Like people are lovely, people are kind, like people gonna even like try to teach you Portuguese, you know, for you to communicate, and which is really good. I think it makes like a lot of difference for tourists, you know, who want to be welcome here, you know. So that's what I feel like. I feel like in Brazil, you guys are always welcome, you know. Like I can say, like for example, even before, I can say like before it was more dangerous, you know. But as like the tourism in Brazil like grows a lot, like nowadays I feel like it has more like policies, you know, and more security for the tourism, you know. Like even me, I don't really feel like in danger like all the time as I used to feel like years ago, you know. I feel like the security for tourism, like, at least like in the areas where the tourist is like bigger, like you can even see it's not that dangerous like as people used to say, you know. I think it has been changing a lot, you know. So yes, of course, if you go to some like other areas in Rio, it's going to be dangerous, you know, like more dangerous than like in the tourist area, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like you just need to know like exactly where you're going, you know. But anyway, like I think like Brazil, like people are just like kind, and they always gonna welcome you guys, even gonna help you guys if something wrong gonna happen, you know. Like they can just like help you guys to don't, like for example, don't go to some like dangerous area, you know what I mean. As I already I saw already like some Brazilian guys like helping like a tourist, like for example telling them like, oh listen, like don't go to this area because it's really dangerous. Like even Ubers or taxi drivers, like they always like saying, you know, they always like make people to be aware about like where they are going, you know. That's why I think it's so much important to them. And it's like so it's completely I can say like different treatment, because as I said, like sometimes you go to some like other countries, like people don't really care about you, don't really care, like for example if you like going like to like a weird spot or like some like weird area or dangerous area, you know. So they don't really care, they don't give a fuck for you. So, but in Brazil it's like different. People are kind. People gonna inform you. People gonna tell you, oh, listen, like don't go somewhere else. Like don't go to this spot or something like that. Or even if you go to some spot, which is like, you can say like is a bit dangerous. Like people gonna tell you like some tips for you to listen. Like even if you go to the spot, like try avoid some things, or try don't like use your phone a lot or something like that. So, always like the Brazilians are gonna help you some way, you know.
To get the day started. The people here are so friendly. And yeah, it's like 5:55, about to be 6 o'clock. But you know, we got to be early. We got to start the days early because, you know, choose to explore. We always choose to explore.
We got things to do. Right by LeBlanc Beach, and it's a really cute little
I'm
cafe,
just gonna stop
similar to
by
somewhere in Bali, all the
video a bit.
aesthetics.
I think
I ordered a really great dish. I got
guys, you guys are so cute. Like you guys like really like beautiful couple. Yeah, and thanks so much to share like part of your experience for us and for the world as well, you know. And it's always nice to see like tourists like coming to Brazil and saying their experience and say like how they feel and everything, you know. And yes, so guys, let's keep in touch. That's like a new channel, and like support me and just follow, and it's gonna be so nice to see you guys right here.